Sashi puki jukshin metok dram Rira lingshin yinde yembadi Sangye shingdu mikte uwargi Jokun namda shingla juparsho Idam guru rana mandala kam niryatayami Sangye chudang soki chognam la Jangchu bardu dagni gyapsuchi Dagi chunyen gipe sunam ki Drola benchir sangye druparsho Sangye chudang soki chognam la Jangchu bardu dagni gyapsuchi Dagi chunyen gipe sunam ki Drola benchir sangye druparsho Sangye chudang soki chonam la Jangchu bardu dagni gyapsuchi Dagi chunyen gipe sunam ki Drola benchir sangye druparsho.
Is this where we are? It is, I guess. Is it?
Yeah, we were just starting with the Lotus Sutra there. The quote.
Yeah, okay.
Lama,
all right.
Can I ask you a question about such an essay in general? What I did with my Sankhya appendix, which you haven't seen yet, I just did the translation and I said, here's Jetson Kapo on it, here's Chandrakirti on it, here's... am I like adding some of my own words in this to string the quotations together?
I would.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
Be extremely careful.
Yep.
Because to do debate ground precision is difficult.
Yep.
Defensible. Debate ground level defensible. You almost can't say anything.
Okay.
You have to, if you say and, you have to think about it.
Okay. I don't know if I can do it, but I had this like Sankapian scheme in my mind that if I like try to paraphrase the quotation before using the quotation to back up my paraphrase.
That's okay.
Okay.
But I would like our books to have a debate ground precision.
Yeah, cool.
Which is very difficult. Yeah. It's difficult to write a sentence which cannot be attacked on the debate ground.
Yeah.
So, don't go wild in your footnotes, because it'll just be all cut out. I'll just cut it all out, because it doesn't consider all the possible counterexamples. Okay, so just be careful. And you won't do it right the first 5 times. And then I'll cut it out and then you fix it. Okay. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I personally prefer to limit a footnote to a quotation.
Yeah.
And I don't put my own opinions.
Right.
If I have an opinion, I find quotations that strung together equal my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
You see what I mean?
Totally.
I prefer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It'll withstand the test of time.
That's how I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rarely write an essay of my own. And Tsongkhapa didn't.
Right.
He just strung together quotations to equal what he wanted to say.
Exactly.
So I like this approach, especially in a translation.
And it seems like a lot of the time when he does put forth his own ideas, supposedly you then see he backs them up with a quotation that he was probably paraphrasing in advance. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, then if you choose to write a secondary work, that's your business. A diamond cutter business book. That's your business. But the translations, try to limit your own opinions, Then if you choose to write a secondary book, that's up to you. But the translation should be pretty much scripture.
Naked.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we finished this one.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Hinayana objecting to the Mahayana and saying that it's not the word of the Buddha because it doesn't have the four seals that mark something as the word of the Buddha.
Right.
The four viewpoints that mark something as the word of the Buddha. Okay? And we just finished the one that it seemed to indicate that people had a self-nature because they had...
Oh, because...
They have...
Sugata Garga.
Yeah, they have the Buddha nature.
Yeah.
So he said, you broke the word of the Buddha. We said, why? And he said, you say everybody has a Buddha nature. And we said, well, why does that break the word of the Buddha? And he said, because one of the four seals is that nobody has a self-nature. And then this is this kind of permanent self-nature of a person, is their Buddha nature. So you broke the four seals. I refuse to accept it. You're Mahayana. This Mahayana system, I refuse it. Now we're going to a different seal, which is the one about nirvana being peace. Okay.
Cool.
Then he quotes the White Lotus Sutra, and again, there's two versions of it, which are pretty different, and you'll have to clarify which one you're in.
There are two versions of the White Lotus Sutra. Okay.
Kini dadunyange yomande sangye tepadini sawacha. Okay. I don't know the context. It'd be interesting to look at the context, but you shouldn't reach your nirvana yet. Dadung means now. Okay. So far. Usually it means so far. But it means you should hold off your nirvana.
Okay.
And you should seek the vehicle of the Buddhas. You should seek the way of the Buddhas. Maybe it means Mahayana. Okay.
Buddha Yana.
So don't do your nirvana yet. Maybe he's talking to a Hinayana person. Okay. Don't trigger your nirvana yet. Because rather you should sell. This is the Tsel and Chaksel. You should seek the way of the Buddhas. I guess it means Mahayana. What this is saying, okay?
Yeah.
According to this Hinayana guy.
Okay.
Okay, is that it appears to say someone who has reached nirvana.
Yeah.
Which it actually seems to be on the edge of nirvana, but here it says someone who has reached nirvana should voluntarily take another birth in samsara. Okay?
That's interesting.
Okay? This is your Mahayana opinion. The guy could have gone into nirvana on a lower track, and you said, hold off, seek the Mahayana. Okay, so
wow.
So what you're saying essentially is Nyangane Depa is not Shiva. Okay? It's not the final piece. Okay, you're contradicting Gawa. Dangawa means it doesn't mean and, it means
with contradiction.
Right.
you're contradicting against
Okay.
the statement by Lord Buddha that nirvana is final, finally peace.
Right.
But it's not finally, is it? Because you're saying he should get out of his nirvana and keep going.
This may be the source for a lot of modern confusion about bodhisattvas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I've never seen this argument, and it's very enlightening. I was thinking about it at home. I was like, wow,
There it is.
that's a real nice presentation of 4 reasons why the Hinayana might not accept the Mahayana, because they misunderstood the Mahayana on 4 different points that relate to the 4 seals. And there's all these bodhisattva vows about not disparaging the Hinayana, or not disparaging the Mahayana. And that if you're Hinayana, you shouldn't disparage Mahayana. And then this seems almost like cool a cool explanation of the difference. You know, of why the Hinayana might attack the Mahayana.
Right.
They misunderstood 4 different points here. Okay. Read.
Nyangen le de pa shiwe
Nice.
deni lar
Move.
kewa milen par marme shiwa darwa
There's something wrong here.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Marik yun jepa lan de pa kang shik kye ki de lar kewa len barn de pe ma shiwe chir she sero.
Yeah, where is this from? I wonder if we can get some clarification on there. That was a footnote and a footnote.
That's fine, it's a footnote in
Well,
appendix.
Concho Deme Deme. Let me think if I can figure out what's. There's something wrong with the text here. Nyangana Deme Shiva Deme, I can't remember. Well, I can still read it, but I'm uncomfortable with this wa. There's something wrong here. You never say tarwa, okay? It should be tardu or something. I don't know. Anyway, nyangale de pashiwe deni. Now this is ser,
Yeah.
so it's still the other guy talking, okay? What does it mean when you say that nirvana is peace, okay? What does it mean? It means lar, once more, okay, again, kiawa milen.
You're not born.
You don't take another
Take
birth.
a birth.
Right.
You don't take birth again.
Okay.
And in fact, you are similar to the way
Candle
Oh, cool. Yeah, good. Martaman.
a Shiva,
gets put out.
yeah, dies. Literally, this is an unusual use of the colloquial. Shiva, Shiva. You die like a flame, a candle flame.
But isn't that literally the meaning? Like blown out?
Yeah, it means that. Yeah. Yeah,
It's nice.
nirvana.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's cool.
that you're blown out like a
Like a candle.
butter lamp.
Yeah.
It's a butter lamp. It's specifically a butter lamp. Okay.
Okay.
He didn't say drunma,
Okay.
which means a light. Okay. In the same way, it's the discontinuation, gyunchepa,
Okay. Right.
of the flow of misunderstanding.
Oh, maripa gyunchepa. Landepa.
That's what we say
Uh-huh.
is nirvana.
Right.
Okay. And
Oh, she. Kirki.
kirki.
Your.
Now you Mahayana
You're
guys,
stupid.
okay,
Stupid.
you're saying this guy should take another birth, okay, come back to samsara. Then he's not Shiva.
That's
Yeah,
not Shiva,
that's
man.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
unpeaced.
How's that piece? That sounds terrible.
Yeah, sure. Shay, that's what they claim. That's what the Hinayana guys claim.
Okay.
Okay, nirvana is supposed to be the end of rebirth, and you're telling the guy, and that's peace, and you're advising in the Mahayana scriptures, such as the White Lotus Sutra, that people should come back to samsara, but that's not peace. Okay, so you're breaking the fourth seal also, and his objection was very subtle or well done, because he objected to one seal after the other. He got all 4 seals in here. Okay. Then I did that. So, I don't know what this says. Therefore, these are the main. Chogna means debater.
Okay.
Chogna, former position.
Okay.
So, the main guy's talking here. I think he's saying.
Okay. Seems to be the listener.
Yeah, Yinam means I think.
You know.
It seems to be.
Yeah, this
It
seems to be the
to
main
be-
objections of the listeners.
Yeah, well,
seems to have been the main objections.
Well, yeah, you could say the people arguing here seem mostly to be listener group.
Okay.
Okay, listener group.
So, Geshe-la, this helped me and made problems for me. Right? It helped me because now we get this clarity on what we mean when we say nirvana is peace. We mean peace in the sense of stopping the cycle and stopping marikpa.
That's the Shenluk's position.
It is Shenluk's
Yeah.
position.
So far, we haven't had our own
he's
position.
given us clarity. Well, at least that's probably what the listeners think, which expands
Yeah.
on the idea of what
Yeah.
nirvana is peace means. But
Yeah.
we didn't exactly answer his rebuttal. So is that, if I want to use this quotation, I feel like I'm hanging it
we
out
didn't
there.
answer any of them.
Well, right.
We're just supposed to. That you can comment on that when you get there. For
Okay.
example, the idea that because you have Buddha nature, you have a self nature. You see, you're going to have to clarify each of them. You're going to have to be the wrong looker.
Okay. I can't just hang it out
This
there.
was talking about how cool it is to go, that the Buddhist path is really a journey from happier to happier. But he says, but everything's supposed to be suffering. So you're gonna have to, we didn't answer his objections.
Is this book about to, and we don't have that?
I don't know. I would have to go check.
I'm a little nervous because I feel a little bit off of what you just asked of me. Like I can answer that and make up whatever
Let's go see
debate
if
ground thing I would
Let's go
say.
see if he.
But to be Song
yeah.
copying, I would want scriptural refutation and not just my own ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I'm
this
sure
is-
I would be very clever.
This is pretty. By the way, you see, here's a problem with his new program. It lost my.
That sucks.
It lost my search areas. They're there, but you can't see them.
Yeah. Oh, it's just invisible.
So you have to. By the way, if you're gonna try to use this new Mac operating system, which is a muck mess, you go back, and they show up. Okay, so.
You just went in between tabs?
Just
Yeah.
hit.
No, I went back
Save search
to
and-
search
oh.
settings.
Search
Yeah,
results
save-
back
save
again.
settings.
Yeah, so I made a search not knowing where I was searching, and then I
and go
clicked
back.
on
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
which is a pain in the butt. And this came from the Sumbum. Somewhere here. Where is it? Here we go. Oops. Yeah, and sometimes it disappears. Where are you?
So
I
we're
knew you were there. We gotta start over again.
We're in Guntan context.
Yeah.
163A.
He doesn't answer the.
163.
Okay, he goes on to another subject.
Okay.
Good luck.
Um,
Okay.
So, just to be clear, because I'm going to try and write some crazy thing this term.
Yeah. No, I'll check it in. If there's something objectionable, I'll change it.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll help you if you help me with mine.
No.
But the idea is be short and precise. Be short and precise. Don't go too long and don't say too much.
Are you saying there's a way to put that stuff without answering the questions necessarily, just saying they say this, and then just kind of leave it at that?
Well, I agree that it'd be more fun to.
Have the whole rebuttal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone might believe it.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah. So I would go ahead and explain why they're not.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, for example, we claim that the paradise body is unchanging, and he flips between eternal and unchanging. So then you got to say something about the difference between eternal and unchanging.
Mm-hmm.
We believe it's eternal, but we don't believe it's unchanging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
because Buddha said all produced things are
Yeah.
changing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so we still, it's still changing, but it's eternal. They've mixed up changing and eternal. You can use that to rag on people who translate Mitakpas. Takpa,
Yeah,
Mitakpas.
a book in and of itself.
Okay.
Now,
Well, that's going to be intense.
someone wrote a book called
Essence of Nagarjuna.
The Four Seals. So, my ears pricked up, and I was like, wow, somebody wrote a book called The Four Seals. So Buddhan Rinpoche, who's talking here, who helped assemble the Kangyur and Tengyur, and made a lot of the decisions about what to put in and what not to put in. He says, Mengang Nyema, which I believe is Tsongkhapa, says that the Four Seals was not written by Nagarjuna.
Okay.
Then further down in the same book, the Four Seals written by Nagarjuna.
Oh,
Okay. And it was translated Gyur by these guys, Chumbar, Blaze of Dharma. Okay. And then he again states that Mengak Nyirma, this book, The Golden Harvest of Advices, says it wasn't written by Nagarjuna. Okay. Then I went to go check, and the author is listed as Ludwig Nimbo, which you never see Nagarjuna called.
Right.
This would be Nagarjuna, Heart of Nagarjuna or something like that. So
could be one of those.
I think it's some big teacher who was so smart they called him Essence of Nagarjuna. Okay. Like he's a... Okay. So then I went to go... I went to go find there's a Four Seals in Tantra.
Right.
Okay. And I don't know how far I should go on this. I think I can do this one. I don't think I would go into the more detailed one.
Okay.
So this is Tsongkhapa. Notes to the 5 stages, right? And he says, Chakya Shi Yang Dir Dute. We can summarize these 4 mudras, which in Tantra means your partner, tantric partner. Okay, can mean tantric partner. We can summarize these 4 as the following. The first one is called Leki Chakya, Karma Mudra, which means a mudra of rite, R-I-T-E, of ritual. Okay, this lay means ritual. In the Vinaya, lay means monastic rituals. Ritual for making a monk, ritual for confessing, ritual for bringing back monks who are split up, like that. There are 100 and something lays. Okay, so of ritual, which is a Drakbe.
Very famous.
Pume. Well, this means normal human woman.
Oh.
Okay, as they talk about ladies in the world, Chakpa, what you would normally call a woman. Okay. Damsiki Chakyani. Now the second kind of mudra, which is one of pledge, is Gombe Lamo. It's an imaginary partner.
Yeah.
So you haven't met your tantric partner yet, physical one. So you do practices mentally with an imaginary partner. Okay. It's called Gombe Lamo. And for a woman practitioner, you just reverse it.
Okay.
Male angel. Okay. They didn't do it because all the practitioners were monks. But nowadays it's opening up. Cheki Chakya. The Dharma Mudra. Yeah. Ngak Kor Gomba. I don't know what he means. Ngak means mantra.
Yeah.
Kor means circle. What is that? It comes later. Okay. Meditating or practicing on the ngak. It might be the string of mantra.
Syllable.
The
syllables in a circle. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to come later. And then Mahamudra, which can mean to meditate on yourself in the angel's body.
Okay.
Dutsu Kolao. I just simplified things for you here. Okay.
Okay.
I've summarized them in a simplified way for you. Then here's Tsongkhapa's commentary on. So by the way, it has nothing to do with the Four Seals.
Okay.
And that's all I kind of wanted to establish. I wouldn't go on an essay about that.
Okay.
I would say there's a Four Seals in Tantra. It's a different thing. It doesn't relate to the Four Seals that mark a teaching as the word of the Buddha. Okay.
Should I list them in this vague and non-elaborative way?
That's up to you. There's a non-vague one.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
This is a reference to. I'm not going to comment on the whole thing, but this is a reference to the Four Seals in the system of Naropa. Okay. It's revealed in. Those Four Seals relate to a mantra, Evam Maya. Or a string of tantric, a string of Sanskrit syllables, where one of the four mudras, one of the four partners, is related to each of these four syllables. Evam Maya. And then they represent those four partners that we just talked about. Okay, the first one is the Karma Mudra. The second, so A is Karma Mudra, Vam is Dharma Mudra, Ma is Maha Mudra, and Ya is the pledge. Okay, Kajor Le Sum. Kajor is a tantric sub-commentary, sub-tantra, which means the kiss. Okay, or it could mean other things. And we make four offerings with these four syllables.
Okay. So my temptation here then is to translate the first one, not elaborate much, say, look, there are these four other seals in Tantra, they don't necessarily relate, they are this, this, and this, and then it's kind of sexy to the reader, but I don't elaborate.
Yeah, okay.
And then this one I translate personally for my own edification and maybe show you and ask what you think.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay.
By the way, this is misspelled, my note is misspelled. The typing was mistaken. So I went to check these four syllables because he added la. And I went and checked them in another tantric text from the Tengyur. And he says Vam means this, Ma means this.
Can you have a ma start after an anusvara?
Say again?
A vam maya, like an M
Yeah.
after an M?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
They're kind of treated as separate syllables.
Okay.
Anyway, I went and got him to confirm that those four letters were correct.
Okay.
And I fixed it. Here's another. Here it is again. Vam Maya.
Maya.
And maybe this is a more correct spelling.
Okay.
Shutam Yekam Mimma Yeshisto. Okay. That's a tantra. This is kind of nice. Let me see if there's anything here that I shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
This is kind of nice. I mean, I think it's okay. Chipe kedu. Okay, this is for Adam. Kedu.
Just got it.
Okay, kedu is an idiom. De means a substitute. D-O-D means a substitute. It's not related to nde, which means desire. And it's not related to gudde, which means from the beginning or something. So de here means substitute. Like you could substitute it's similar to kochupa. This could act for this. This could stand in for this. It's a similar. So when you say kede in Tibetan, it means the Sanskrit equivalent is. Okay. So you say the Tibetan word, then you use a possessive, and then you say kede, and then you say the Sanskrit equivalent. So, and that formula means the Sanskrit equivalent for chupa, to offer, is puja.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, Ngetsi Ki Shepa means if you want to give an explanation of puja based on the verbal root.
Oh wow.
You
cool.
see what I mean? Ngetsi means
Ngetsi.
if you want to really follow the etymological meaning, which sometimes can stray from the technical correct meaning.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's just warning you. This is kind of a general
It's now like
explanation
shoulder.
based on the etymological meaning. You know, I'm gonna try to relate puj to offering. Okay, but it's kind of artificial. It's kind of an alert that it's a little artificial, but let's do it anyway. I do that a lot with Sanskrit. Shepa. He says an offering can be described as filling up someone's mind.
Okay.
Yi kawar chepa, fulfilling one's desires. Fulfill. Because puj, the root puj. Let's go look it up.
It's the police, right?
Okay, so it's either puj or puj.
I'm sorry if I'm a space
Okay,
cadet here. Why are we covering this at the moment?
It has to do with the 4 tantric seals.
Okay.
It's just another quotation I pulled out for you.
Okay.
Now we go to what Dwight Whitney thought was the root meaning of puj. Okay. By the way,
You have Whitney Root's input.
yeah, the traditional Tibetan explanation of puj is to please. Yeah, to please, to make happy. So the word puja, which means a ritual or offering, normally it's the sikshe, the etymological explanation, is that you are pleasing your Lama. Okay, so let's see what Dwight Whitney said.
Oh, beautiful. I didn't know you had this.
Yeah, he says
man.
reverence.
Hook a bro up.
And then he gives all the possible forms of the verb and the noun. Okay. So like puja, and then he gives the era in which it appeared.
Wow.
Was it Vedic? Was it okay? So okay. Anyway,
Reverence.
to rever.
Revere.
Anyway, he says to fill one's mind. Chakya shi tunshu gombe kyang yi dewe kawa chewa. When you meditate or practice the 4 mudras
Yes.
during the 4 sessions,
Okay, right.
it will fill
Calm.
your mind with pleasure,
Yi dewa.
with happiness. Okay,
Beautiful.
and that's why it's puja. Okay.
What was it that was puja in the first place? The form of
Chippa.
Chippa.
No, but I mean, what was chippa?
What does chippa
What
have
was
to do with
chippa?
the
Yeah.
Chakashi?
It's coming.
Oh.
Okay.
Baal Chemba means a great warrior.
Heruka.
Heruka. Nageldan Dembe. You should identify with him.
Right.
Okay, identify yourself with him. And then Ranki Yila Kande Bechakya Gombechedo. Practice with a mudra according to your wishes. But he's playing on the word kang. Okay? This kang means full,
Okay.
to fill. This kang means whichever. Because he's making a Tibetan pun here that doesn't carry in the Sanskrit. Okay, this one means you should fill your mind with pleasure using these 4 partners, and this one says you should practice with a partner as fits your mind, as you wish, according to your heart's desire.
Like take your fill.
Yeah, like that. According to your heart's desire. Yeah. So you gotta, if you go there. Now this part, this part I cannot go over with you. But what he says here in the one that we had a question about, the Dharma mudra, when we talk about Dharma mudra, Dharma, we're talking about the balanced nyomjuk, samapati, the balance of two things, chi and tigle.
Drops.
This is called the drop of springtime. And it relates to the. It can be related to the drop in the heart chakra where the karma stay, where your karmic seeds stay. But it's called the drop of springtime, chi tigle. So this chi means springtime, and this tigle means drop. And then so who's getting together in the Dharma mudra is that the drop and the spring are in Tantra. Nyomjuk means union, union of two things. So what's unioning is the tigle and the chi. Okay. So that clarifies the one that we weren't sure about. And then the other ones I can go over with you alone. Okay. Yeah, and that's all. And that, okay. Everyone got hot. And there's more detail, okay, which is inappropriate to put in this book. Say Chukidomshi. I thought you'd be interested that in the Tsingza Chemu, the Great Dictionary, which is a great dictionary. I don't usually think great things advertised as great are great, but this one is. He equates the Chukidomshi to the Chakyashi. So probably somewhere in a thorough essay, you should mention that people generally equate them. This is called the 4 precepts or something of the analects. I don't know. Principles of the Dharma. Dom means normally. It's similar to Do as a sutra, meaning a short version of this idea. A short expression of the idea. So Dom means a short expression of the idea.
The 4 bullet points.
And he equates, bullet point. And he equates it to the Kataki Chakyashi. Okay. Just so you, and then he does it again. When he defines Kartakshi, he defines it as, this entry in the dictionary gives you a brief. It gives you an abbreviation of Tawa Ka Taki Chakyashi. It's sometimes called Kartakshi. Now here he's misspelled it, and here he spelled it correctly.
Oh, buddy. Tough break.
And it's blotchy.
And here he used the Dani grammar case, which is correct, and here he did not.
I see. I mean, is there any, since he's using one to elaborate on the other, and that misspelling is so common, I mean, is there any chance...
Is there any chance it could be correct? I don't think so.
I'm not even just saying correct, correct so much as like, look, when you see this, it means this.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you see it so often. I mean, it's almost, Choni Lama seems to actually think that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a way that you could take Tak as a sign that this is the word of the Buddha. You know, you could stretch it. But this is more comfortable. You know, labeled as, you know, seal. It fits seal.
That's the word.
The seal is impressed on this thing. You see what I mean? Applied seal. Okay.
Where are we?
This is third Panchen Lama. And this is a book on the Pramana Vartika. And by the way, we're almost finished. Well.
All right.
We're almost finished. I don't think there's much here. Let me see. Here's an interesting misspelling. The pig is not the pig.
Right. Dharma pig.
This is just a quotation
Okay.
to again show you that a major author, third Panchen Lama, considered the four seals to be equivalent to the Chukki Domshi.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all. He repeats them,
Okay.
the content of them here,
Okay.
and he says these are the Gatak. Again, he misspelled it this way.
Okay.
Gataki Chagyashi. These are the four seals of that seal something, that certify something as the word
This
of
is
the Buddha.
another misspelling. He didn't do bird talks though.
No. So now you have three variants.
Okay.
Some people say buttocks, some people say buttocks, and some people say buttocks.
Okay.
And I take buttocks to be correct.
Buttocks. Yeah.
And you could look up the Sanskrit. What was it?
Uh,
It was just mudra, so we didn't know.
right.
Did he have katak? I don't know.
I
That's
don't
interesting.
remember that.
Kartak or Kartak. I don't think it's in the Sanskrit, but let's see. There you go.
Wow. Nine.
What's that say?
Naimitavid.
Naimitavid.
Naimitavid. He's pretty insistent about it.
Different to Naimitavids. Mit.
Well, now the fourth one, because this one means included into the ka.
Oh. Naimitavid seems to maybe mean that. Look at that. Guy likes his Naimitavid.
Should we see if it comes together with Chakesh?
Ni. Nai. Oh, yeah, nai.
Naimita. So if it were me, and I had nothing else to do today, I would go look it up in Monier Williams,
Cool.
which is here.
Totally
And sometimes
what
this
I would've
blows
done.
up Ted's program. So let's see.
Okay. Cool. Wow, extraordinary.
So here you have almost like labeled organic.
What did you just say?
Labeled organic.
Oh, right. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Nimitta.
Sure.
He says it
Okay.
comes from nimitta.
Must be being folksy. I get it.
So we could go look at nimitta.
Wow.
That would be interesting. I gotta go. Oh, here we go.
Sun nimitta.
It's shaking too.
Yeah,
His-
totally.
Yeah.
Right. You're
His
giving her all
programs,
she's got,
yeah.
Captain. She can't take much more.
Yeah.
Giving her all she's got, Captain. She cannot take much more.
Well, it's 200 matches. I'm gonna skip letters. You see, we've stored it by letter, so I'm trying to hit the ends.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stop my finger when I see a word starting with an N. You see? There you go. So now I want to slow down.
Near nimitta, got it. I get it. Here
Here
it
we
is.
go.
Oh, look at that. A butt.
A mark, a target.
What?
It means a sign. Okay. Nimitta. I don't think people have figured it out. Which verbal root it is. Okay.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah, quite cool.
All right. So anyway, the point of me giving you this quotation is, it's not just a modern dictionary writer who thinks the two are the same.
Okay.
The third Panchen Lama felt that they were referring to the same thing. Okay. Chukki Domshi and Chakyashi.
Okay.
Kataki Chakyashi.
I mean, a little bit I'm drilling a lot into a clarification that the reader is not necessarily asking for, though, because we don't... The book doesn't say Domshi.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm just saying if I was going to write an essay about Chakishi, I'd say, by the way, they also
Okay.
sometimes equate it to the Chukidomshi.
Okay.
Okay. The rest is not so relevant here. Okay. Hey, my sweetie thing. Okay.
What's poor Subhuti worried about here?
Yeah, this is in the Vinaya. This is in the Kangyur. Okay, this is
Okay.
a sutra basically.
Yeah.
Assorted topics of the Vinaya.
Okay.
Okay. And I just thought to get you who's talking.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I see. That's
Shakar's
cool.
been asking for his Subhuti's word. Now, I went to the Kangyur to see if the Buddha ever said these four.
Oh, yeah. The
Right.
Because I thought, oh, it'll just be everywhere, and it's not. I couldn't even find it. Okay, the Buddha never said them that way.
Wow.
Okay, so, but they are the four marks of a Buddhist book,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
5 minutes by the
which is kind of disturbing.
A little.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the Buddha
makes you
never gave
wonder
them
whether or not
exactly that
his
way.
own books are
The
his
way
own.
they are worded, the way they are always worded the same,
Yeah.
would kind of seem to indicate that it was a
Should
quotation.
be quoting something.
But it's not. I couldn't find it, so I found statements by the Buddha that you could derive the four from.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I didn't spend all day, but I'm satisfied that this is probably the source of it.
Okay.
But here we go.
What book are we in?
Vinaya.
Oh,
It's
yeah, you said that. I apologize.
It's called Tensei.
Okay.
We had 10, right? Little tiny.
Okay.
We had it in Sage's text for
Uh-huh.
little tiny bits of food.
Uh-huh. Crumbs of Vinaya.
Tembu, yeah. So let's see if you can derive it from this. Okay.
Crumbs of
Dela
Valdemar.
chumden deki lupasaman. Okay. What the Buddha has stated so eloquently. Okay.
Like,
Deni. Duche tamche mikta.
I think I found one.
Yeah. All produced things are impermanent.
Mita.
But he adds more.
Okay.
They are unstable.
Okay.
They are not trustable.
Mm.
They are changeable.
Cool.
Okay.
Did you?
Duche tamche ki chogo.
Okay, that's cool.
Chogo? What's that chogo?
I don't know. Normally it would mean a lot. It's enough. Maybe it's misspelled. I don't know. The next two are clear. So you should be sad about them.
Okay.
About all these produced things. They should dishearten you.
Okay.
And you shouldn't seek them. They are of a whole class of things that you shouldn't want.
Okay, that's beautiful. This is really nice elaboration, actually.
But this one is uncomfortable.
Except for that. Chogo.
There's something wrong here.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it is.
Alright.
Number Chepashini. I would read it as knowing that you should try to free yourself from those. You see, Nira Pumbi, you should see that you're the 5 parts of you. Nira Lemba with Pumbu always means. It took me a couple of years to figure this out. Because Nirlenki Gyu means the stuff which turns into other stuff. Nirlemba means that. But this Nirlen means when you were born. The 5 heaps that you took on when you were born. Okay? So it means which were taken on at birth.
Right.
It's an idiom. Okay. This Nirlemba is not the one that refers to causes. That turn into something. Which is also called Nirlen. You should view these parts of you that you took on when you were born as being impermanent, as being suffering, as being empty, and as being no self.
Maybe this is where the selfless.
Which happen to also be the 4 aspects of the first Arya truth. Okay, so somewhere the first eye of truth relates to your four seals.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be an interesting parallel to draw.
Yeah.
La Shukte. Denyerlambe. If you think about Yila Chepa, okay? If you think about, that's the day. Okay? If you think about how these parts you took on at birth are impermanent, suffering, empty, and no self. Mitape nambe dishin jigtok la tawa. Okay. And here he ties together. This is this classic tying together of impermanence, suffering, and emptiness that we talked about with Kamala Shila, and which Dharmakirti was big on. Okay, so
it's time has run out.
Yeah, let's just do the rest of the sentence. Mitabe nambe. If you get it, namba here means in the mind. You see, an aspect of the mind. You know, if you can get this attitude of seeing things as impermanent in your mind, okay, then this view of the perishable assembly, okay, the destruction view, and this is a famous metaphor for destruction view. It's called the 20 mountaintops.
Okay.
The 20 mountain peaks, which are 20 variations on Jikta.
Oh, yeah.
There are 20 variations of Jikta. And I once studied them. It's a long story. And for example, Sengna means the place in China, the 5 peaks.
Oh, yeah.
Uttaishan. Yeah, Uttaishan. So you see this word used in these two ways, the 5 peaks and the 20 peaks. Okay, so Gen to Chua, you can climb up on them. Okay, Gen means upways. Tur means downways. Gen Gyurki Lung.
Oh, yeah.
Anavayu or whatever. Apanavayu and the other Vayu. Udana is Gendu. But here it means you can climb up on those 20 peaks and smash them with the Vajra of wisdom. And that's a famous expression.
Cool.
Smash the 20 peaks with the Vajra of wisdom. You know, smash the 20 peaks of destruction view with the Vajra of wisdom. Okay.
Would this be like a rare case where it might be appropriate to translate Dorje as like lightning bolt or?
Okay. No, the point is diamond can crush anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and the point of lightning bolt, as you know, is that they thought there was a piece of diamond at the tip.
It just seems to evoke that in this.
Yeah, you can go there if you want. And if you meditate on impermanence, as I have just described it, you will smash the 20 peaks of Jikta, which is the first link, and then you will reach the result of the stream enterer. Okay? So that's the whole context of the 4 seals for Lord Buddha.
So we're saying, kind of hoping that finally he just implied the Shiva of Nyangde.
Yeah, and then he says, I can't stop, I'm sorry. Then you will see and understand the truth.
Okay.
Synonym for direct perception. Tonglam. Okay. Then you will see and know the truth. And then you will have faith. Then you will have faith born from direct perception of emptiness.
Quickly.
Therefore, my advice to you is you better get your ass down on your meditation seat quickly.
Hurry up and
quite. Gilmo Chung means take your full lotus. Gilmo Chung is the ancient word for the full lotus. This is the Gilmo, which is in mandala meaning twisted. It means take your cross-legged position. It doesn't mean lotus necessarily. There are Gilmo Chungs which are half lotus. So Gilmo Chung means cross your legs, take that position, chic, and then we had this yesterday. put that. We had it in Xiaoping's text.
The knee?
Put your right knee.
Oh yeah, pumo right knee.
Put the calf of your right knee down on the ground, and then do your prostration to Buddha. He did prostration to Buddha. Okay. Kimotung Shik means I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You will see the truth and you will know it. You will have faith, and because of that, he had faith. Someone just saw emptiness, and then Shik means to break your full lotus.
To throw yourself down.
He broke his full lotus. He got up. He genuflected, and then he prostrated to the Buddha.
Nice.
Okay, so it's somebody did it right here. Whoever's the listener, maybe it's Subhuti. Subhuti's hanging around. Chakra's been asking for teachings. I think it might even be a description of the first teaching. But I didn't have time to read the whole section. Somebody does it here.
They're always seeing emptiness while he's teaching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I went and got you another one, and we'll do that later.
Great.
Okay. This is a Mahayana version
I love it.
of the same incident.
That's wrong.
Or similar
Really
incident.
nice. Really nice.
But we're trying to find where did Buddha actually talk about this
Right.
stuff. Okay, and here's another place where he talked about it.
Okay.
And then we're done.
Okay.
Then we're done with the Four Seals. That's as close as I can get to. See, here he says, Nyangan ne depa ni shiwo.
Good.
Nirvana is peace. But he says a lot of other stuff in between.
Okay.
Okay. That's the closest I can come to
What the heck with the first
when did the Buddha say that?
Sashi Pugi Juxing Me Tok Dram Rira Blingshi Nyendeng Yembadi Sangye Shingdu Mikde Uwargi Dokun Namdak Shingla Juparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Gam Niryatayami Gewadi Geokun Sunam Yeshe Sozo Shing Sunam Yeshe Le Jungwe Dampa Kunyi Do Barjo